morning, everyone. We're about to hear from Mr. Lau Ken Chong, Group CEO and Executive Director of Inari Amertron Berhad. With this session, you can get to know all about one of the largest semiconductor companies in Malaysia. Take it away, Mr. Lau.
Thank you very much, MC. A very good morning to every one of you. I guess that today is Saturday morning. Thank you very much for spending your time with us. Also, I would like to thank Bursa for the very honor to participate in your events. Okay, let me move on my slide. I wish that you can see my slide now. First of all, I would like to bring you through the backgrounds of the company, and then followed by the subsidiary capabilities, and more importantly, to show you that's what is the current business and also the growth readiness. I guess that you were also very interested to see how is the performance of the company. So I would like to also take the chance to share the past 64 quarters, how we behave in the business, and also how we can continue to quantum jump our current scenario. Last but not least, it's very important for us to cover the ESG practices as well. Okay. Okay, I'm turning to the next page. I hope that you can see. MC, don't mind if you have any things jammed there, please trigger me.
Will do.
Okay, good. So we established the company in year 2006, typically focused on the RF wireless devices. This is a very important component, especially now, everyone, I expect you buy the 5G phone. This is one of the very important component. If you don't have that component in the phone, that means you need to carry the wire with the phone. So I don't think there's any one of us want to carry the wire together with the phone. So this RF is now become quite important, because you see later on you will see our last few quarters, we actually almost double, okay, in terms of the RF contribution. So very quickly, I would like to probably share with you after the listing, year 2011. This is the year I joined Inari, and then with the very good platform provided by the founders, I would like to thank the founders and also the board of directors provide me a good opportunity to lead the company. So in year 2013, we have a chance to acquire these Amertron groups. They have two factories in Philippines and one factory in Busan. So of course, that's buying them to expand our portfolio into the fiber optical engine for industrial and automotive sensors, and as well as some of the smart wearable sensors. So all these actually provide even better platform riding on to the RF what we have. This is a jewel for us, and this is a backbone for us. So with the opportunity further, because of our customer invite us to transfer the technology from Pennsylvania back to Penang. So we set up Inari Semicon Labs. This is one of the purpose and also the vehicle for us to continue to focus more on the fiber side. Okay. Then on top of that, we also try to create platform. Okay, the chip on the carrier platform, in order for us to use in the data centers and also some of the streaming right now here. So this is a very important engine. Okay, then in year 2016, our customer invite us to transfer the mixed signal testing from Singapore back to Penang. So we typically take 3 months, okay, in our project transfer. Okay, so this is our speed and our standard. Then we also, alongside, we also think that's important for us to create more sensors in our space. Okay, so we set up Inari Optical Technology. In year 2019 and also 2020, we have a partnership with TCL, this is a listed company in Taiwan, to do the extension of our current assembly platform into the module assembly and test. This typically for fiber division. Then with the more and more like industry 4 type of requirement, we started to generate more um, technology in the software side beyond the hardware. Then we think that it's good for us to continue to customize the process so that we can work very closely with our customer. And of course, the customer want us to be independent. Okay. That's why we formed the IMJV, okay, partnership with MIT Singapore. So that's to customize all the process and automation within our own groups of company. So, okay, come into the 2021 to 2023. This is the big markets now. I assume that all of you just now, you can see in the content, I put the small notes down there. The market actually is very big in the E&E adoption. Typically talking about this year, I believe that we'll cross the US 522 billion type of sales. And this market will continue to balloon. I will share more in 2 to 3 years' time. So that's why we want to capitalize this opportunity in the current organic business expansion and also customer diversification. Of course, that's we lately also announced our private placement. Mainly, we want to use this proceed for our M&A, okay, and also some of the partnership to enhance our top line and bottom line. And our vision here, we want to double in 3 years. So this is a very sizable and also I call it inflection point for the company. Okay. Just give you the understanding about our global footprint. We have 9 factories located to 3 countries. Typically, Malaysia, the biggest or the technical base for us to continue to snowball our business. Okay, so you can see a little bit funny about our factory P1, P3, P5, all this numbering. So we are using the Fibonacci, this so-called numbering system. Okay, 1 plus 2 equals 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 5. Okay, and moving on to now 55. That's why the +1 here is the new building B55, just about ready to run production. So this is the overall size of us in 3 countries. And more importantly, you can see that we have about 32 football field manufacturing floor space. Okay, with the 5,008 actual employees across these 3 countries. Come into the vision and mission, we never change our thinking in terms of moving out from OSAT. We want to continue to play more significant role in the OSAT space. Okay, I believe that you all know what is OSAT. I don't want to overwhelm you with the very technical terms, but very simple in your mind, just get something to assemble and then test. Okay, the something here is the IC. Okay, so that is the OSAT basically in short. Our vision, we want to continue to become the strategic partner, not only talking about today and tomorrow, we want to partner with them more than probably 20 years to 50 years. Okay, and continue, we evolve. Okay, and probably we need young generation to continue this journey. Of course, that's how to stay close with the customer. Now we already work with them more than 20 years. If you include Amertron history, probably more than 30 years right now. So all in all, we provide very important technology in the good quality standpoint, because all of us use the handphone, use the car. You don't expect that you need to send back to your dealer saying that, hey, your phone actually you sell to me have some problem, or the worldwide recall of the phone because of our parts. So this is the number one importance quality aspect we set, and no compromise. Okay, we know that our customer don't compromise on the quality. That's why this is a must for us to deliver. Okay, and of course that we need to trace staff, customer, and business fairly. The reason, if you have one off-sided, either you skew too much to the customer or skew too much to the staff, um, I believe this equation cannot last long. So that's why we need to even include good return back to the shareholders like you. Okay, be the shareholders, we pay you good dividends. And in the past 64 quarters, we never have a single quarter never pay a single dividends back to you. So this is our mission to continue to grow into the OSAT space. And of course, that's our key belief here, is to make sure all the culture we build can be sustained. The first, I don't think that I want to explain more, the I for integrity, okay, and no excuse. We just, probably every one of us seek to hear excuse. You just need to get the success formula. How can we do it better? I think this is a very important alignment, not only talking about ourselves. We need to align our customer and also our shareholders, plus the supply chain. Okay, I call it local ecosystem. All need to work hand in hand. You want to speed your car, you make sure that the four wheel align together. So same like just now I said, align the four parties together. It's a very important wheel alignment. Okay. Then the R is for result. Every one of us, probably every one of you invest in the stock exchange. You ask what is the result? Okay, we do the same. We deliver the expectation to the customer. We also deliver to the shareholders, and of course that's we need to continue to reward our good employee. Last but not least, the initiative with the can-do attitude. This is a very important. The positive attract positive. The secret. Okay, if you have a more positive employee with the can-do attitude, I think more customers are willing to work with you. So this is the kind of setup and the platform for us to continue to grow into the core competency here. You can see we have three pillars. Okay, this is kind of standard in the OSAT. Start with the pillar one, wafer probing. Of course, that's you don't understand too much detail on the technical. Don't worry, I will give you some picture so that you can just internalize it, just like reading the storybook. Okay, so pillar one, pillar two, pillar three. Okay, then you understand that wafer probing, this is the term, and then component SIP assembly, then go into the package testing. Okay, the final product you need to go through testing. So we cover RF, SIP wireless, cover the fiber, opto sensors, and also generic IC. Okay, so this is our existing. What's next? We actually try to do the integrated module assembly and testing. This is the pillar four, and we are talking about growing this very quickly in year 2021 in the progress of making a new customer. Okay, so this is kind of the pictorial for you to understand better what is the wafer probing. So sorry, wafer processing, and then how to put into the assembly. This is the PCB board. So from the IC, you can see 1 × 1 mm, very small. We need to solder the 9 point into the board. So imagine that you put a single hair size in between the solder board. Our hair size probably is about 100 micron. So this is our technology. Okay. And on top of that, we are not only putting one IC. Okay. We are putting a lot of integrated passive component into the package. So that's why you can see that the size of the component, SIP component here is 6.5 × 5 mm. So imagine that your fingernail, you can chop into 4 pieces. Okay, this is our technology into your phone. I think you should appreciate us because we make it lighter for you to carry your phone. Okay, then after we put all the chips into the PCB, we need to mold it. And then after simulates the units, okay, then you can see one black, like a black dot into your phone. So this is what we call assembly, SIP, and testing. Okay, so this is the 3 important pillar. How can we go into the next module integrated system? Meanings is in between the board assembly. I think you all know EMS. So they will take everything from the component, put into the board assembly, and then assemble into the phone. So this is a standard flow from the wafer ICs assembly and test go into the phone. So I hope that I give you some as a good example to understand us. Okay, so this is our facility. I would like to just show you because I cannot invite you come to the factory, but that's why I purposely switch the camera into this to see this is our standard setup. We are international because our customer from US and Europe. We also have an international employee here being well trained by the international multinational locally. I would like to take the opportunity to thanks every one of them who actually directly or indirectly support us. Okay, so I don't want to jam you too much here, but more importantly, you need to know what are those end application. Our chips, the SiP chips landed in smartphone, our optical fiber landed into the networking, and also our sensor will go into automotive and as well as industrial. So this is the end application. So of course that's to bring you into next big chapter. This is the big number of us. Of course that we are still small if you compare with the international player. Of course, my wish is put ourselves in the top 10 of the OSAT. Definitely, we want to work very hard so that we can delight you as an investor and also delight our customer. More importantly, our employee can continue to stay with us to make the dream come true. Okay, so just give you this big number. Hope that you understand how how's the components built into the phone. Okay, and also how to build some into the car. Okay, come to the big market right now. We are talking about 20, probably 20 to 30% of growth for the company. Then you see the market actually expecting more than 40%. Okay, and of course, that's if you project forward, I believe that this is a very big number. Okay, 803 billion. Okay, just a few years from now, you'll see probably doubling. So what's actually we are good at, I just want to share with you in this chart here and also compare ourselves, our readiness to capture this big market. You can see I put down here the strong in the 5G adoption. I believe every one of you now using the 5G or 4G, probably close to 5G. I believe Malaysia will also install the 5G tower. So more or less, the 5G is already in the very fast adoption. Moving forward, we think that this fiber will become another good use to connect to your house. And we have a very good loading as well. Okay, medium high. Then come into the wearable and automotive side, typically in Kunsan factory. We have a medium to high type of loading. So we are very encouraging because of market actually still very short in terms of the component provide to the automotive. And IoT and generic side is medium to low. It's still a single digit growth. So all in all, we see a very good loading for these 1-2 years. Okay, down the road. Okay, add on to the new pillar 4. This is the one we hope we can actualize it in this year. Our new customer will visit us this coming July, and then we will put our plan to maximize our production in this year end. So all in all, we are ready to capture this. I call big markets. More importantly, that can we stay relevant? Okay, so I can tell you that we already won many projects over here. So how to read this chart? RF, you can see the blue color stand for the RF division. We have 4 projects down the road right now. We found also 5 patents. Okay, and the infra optical networks, we won 3 customers. Okay, located in different locations. Then generic side, we also have the open test platform cover for new customer now. This is the integrated module. This is the one we are talking about, very fast growing. We hope that the pilot line will get qualified, okay, and then we can go into mass production by this year end, okay. Just give you some idea about how the tightness, how to put in our products into the right perspective. You can see the top corner, the top left corner. We need to squeeze many of the passive component. We are talking about 008, 004. In terms of the size, actual size is 0.2 times 0.05. Okay, so I think it's a kind of a miracle, or the scientist work go into the like every year need to reduce the size by half. So this is the very high technical challenge for us, but we managed to get it through. Okay, this is what our project about. And of course, that's the EMI is more important because why? The electromagnetic interference for you to protect your brain, to protect all the so-called the body by the interference from outside. We need to shield the products. So this is one of the important roadmap for the 5G, and also probably people talking about millimeter wave. So more shielding to protect the noise impact the next circuits or the interference to the outside. Okay, so this is very, very important roadmap for us to continue to enlarge our business with our customer. Okay, P55, just right behind our P13. This building actually we built last January. We just took 3 months to complete the big buildings. Okay, so this is our speed. And bear with us, we are not pushing our contractor to the limit, but we work with them with a very systematic and also very safe manner to ensure that all of them come here with a proper SOP, and also follow strictly our international standard. Okay, so we would like to probably also take the chance to share with you what is the industry 4 we have been introduced or adopt last 2 years. We have a team of IT and also the operation technology groups to integrate the software with the machine, the software with the materials, ERP system. Okay, all these come in to become one stop. Okay, we are not talking about hardware one stop, but this is a software one stop solution for our customer. That means our customer can actually view the performance of the product line through the portal. So provided we give them the password, then they can see all the details. Definitely, we are very happy to provide all the details to them, because we need to run the business in a transparent manner, so that we don't get into surprise and give excuses why we cannot deliver the parts. Okay, so all in all, this one already be in our culture, and we already use it, okay, in our shop floor. Integrate the material, from the material coming in to the process, to the machine, and also to the end customer rolling. So all in all, we think that we run quite complete in terms of the holistic elements. Like for example, I put it down here, TQRDBCE. Okay, what is T technology? If let's say you claim yourself as a technology, how you better know what is the technology stickiness with the customer, and more importantly, what type of process you need to remain over here. Continue to upgrade, continue to put more capex, allow our customer to have the scalable business with us. And of course, that you cannot be running the business with only 1 or 2 elements here. You need to complete the TQRDBC in the full cycle, because you need to sustain the business in long haul. Like for example, talking about environment, we are actually apply the ESG very tightly. Later on, I will show you why so important about ESG, because any mistake you do will kill your business. So I don't need to explain why we need to have delivery, we need to have good quality, and also your cost down always to the customer, because you need to survive. They also need to survive. Everyone need to survive. Okay. So to allow us to survive in the long haul, you need to be more complete. Okay, that is a very important probably you can say is the kind of non-tolerable business or cutthroat business. But this is the way how you survive through. Okay, I hope that you can see more how we perform in our financial here. I will not jam you too much because this is a public info. More importantly, I think you need to know where are we. Okay, in year 2018, we hit the highest. Okay, the top line revenue here is 1.376. The bottom line here, PAT, the profit after tax is 260. So the past 9 months of us, you can see we already hit 1.06 billion, and our bottom line is already 242. We are challenging the highest peak in the whole history, okay, this year. And of course, that we don't see any limit for us to grow forward, okay, because the market, is what just now I shared, the market is ready for us. Yeah. And what you can see the chart here, I just pulled since 2011 up to now. You can see the graph actually on top. Top is the revenue. We grow all the way. Okay. And then bottom line here, we also challenging the highest peak in year 2018. Okay. So we don't see a problem. And more importantly, I think we have a very good analyst coverage. Okay. Average now, the target price is 3.97. I don't know what happened yesterday. Our share drops to 30 something. Okay, probably this is a good reference point for you. If you want to invest in the longer term with us, definitely I would like to welcome you. If imagine that in year 2011 you just invest 100,000, and today probably you have 8 millions in your bank or in your stock. So we up 80 times. Okay, since 2011. Yeah. So I'm not pushing you to buy our stock. Don't get me wrong. If you think that you have some other good use, okay, in the urgent manner, then you better put your priorities. But if in the long term, probably 1 to 2 years time, you want to probably take a look on our stock, I would like to probably share more. Like for instance, talking about how we want to nurture into our capex with the current cash position. We built up 880 million since the listing till now. And we think that by this year end, we should hit 1B plus the 1 over billions of the prior placement. We almost like near to or over 2B in our portfolio. Definitely, as what just now we also mentioned about M&A, that is one portion we are seriously to go into the inorganic growth. Typically, we see the big market not only cover the current stream, we also want to continue to grow forward so that we can build more opportunity to provide more dividend back to you. Okay. I believe that last 2 days you received good dividends from us if you are our shareholders. We pay, you see, 9 months we already pay 1/17 of our overall making. Okay, so we pay actually quite significant. Okay, for this time. So total payout last year 2020 is 142. 9 months we already pay out 283 million. So I think we are one of the best in the stock exchange. Okay, paying the good dividend back to the shareholders. Okay, very quickly, I would just sum up why so important about ESG here. Okay, we are using very simple approach here. Okay, we are in Malaysia, but we are doing the business with US and also Europe. So we need to integrate the international standard, particularly United Nations and also Global Reporting Initiative. All these need to work together or integrate together with our Bursa Malaysia here. Okay, of course, that's we also one of the counter include in our FTSE for good. Why I put the last ring of the best known recommended practices by the stakeholders. All this is become a continuous program. We cannot be thinking about ourselves very good and then we stay here. We should always look at what's the new things for us to improve ourselves. So that's why whatever input from our stakeholders, we will take it in and put into the cycle and put into the SOP and continue to practice more and more. Okay, so this is our cookbook system we created. Yeah. So of course that we need all align with our board, our sustainable groups like SMRC, SRMC, and also our CEO office, plus the SIWG. This is the kind of different booking groups and also a different authority. Yeah. So all in all, we need to align with the stakeholders. Okay. So just give you some idea about this CSR nurture into the ESG. Since 2011, the time we always talk about CSR. We not even really put our foot into the ESG until our big customer come in asking us, do you apply the European standard, the US standard? So we thought that we in Malaysia, we should be good and continue to do good in Malaysia. But after that, we learn so much different, good things they apply, and we include and we take the challenge to put all in since 2015 and 2016. We think that it's good to report back to the shareholders, and 2017 we actually put into the annual report. So if you have the annual report, you can refer all the details in there. Okay. And from there, we actually continue our journey. And let's be assured, I think we have a very good plan, do, check, act system. Okay. Identify, categorize, validate, and also the process review or improvement. All this one is in our report. And I would like to also share with you, we are not skilled into one stakeholder. We are actually involve all the stakeholders here. Okay. So everyone, you have the responsibility to check and balance about our action. And we would like to become very transparent to you. That's why I take the challenge today. Would like to share with every one of you. This is our cookbook to include all the stakeholders in your respective ownership. Okay. Then of course that's I put the pillar ESG and put another one add on to the ESG. We have the economic here, because why? Imagine that you have a car, you have the engine, you have the wire, but you don't top up your petrol. I don't think the car can work, even though I give you a very good car. Okay, so ESG is like a car. Then economy is to turn. You need petrol. Business, you need PO, the purchase order. So all in all, you can't escape. Okay, this cycle, you cannot just only purely talking about one single element, like for example, social. You do good in social, then you think that you are good. You need to cover all aspects. So this is how I look at it, how to sustain this pillar. You need to have the environment caring. Okay, so that's why we register ourselves with the green partner here. Okay, ROHS, REACH, and ISO 14,000. So this is to ensure that all the practice alongside to the third parties accredited centers. Then in terms of the social, we're also talking about human resource policy. Why so important about this? If imagine that you have a harassment issue, or you have some of the wages issue, OT issue, or the dormitory issue, I think your company will have a big problem. Because why? International player, international customer don't work with you in this context. Okay, they don't want to listen to your excuse. So a lot of this is kind of known, and you need to practice it systematically. Okay, more importantly, show them, give them the good accommodation, the facility. We have a set standard. Okay, some of the things we provide, not only talking about by using the footage measurement, we also provide more than the standard. Like for example, we provide PC zone for them to do the PC log into the internet to check some of the things or communicate with their family. Okay, because we have a foreign worker come into Malaysia. So we provide this PC zone for them. We have sick bay, we have multi-purpose hall for the town hall. And of course, lately, we also add in the facial recognition for the temperature monitoring, the SOP. And on top of that, we also have all the dormitory with the CCTV surveillance control. Okay. Besides that, we also invite some of the service provider come to our dormitory, okay, to do this day-to-day grocery and also some of the cleaning services for them. Yeah, okay. So this is all not only we share with the local, we also share with our customer, and they also get their end customer to audit us from time to time. Yeah. Okay, coming to another big milestone of us. I think that many of you probably your kids study in the university or the colleges. You know that we actually enroll a lot of internship with the universities and colleges. So you can see the past 6 years, okay, we already enrolled 2008 interns go through our training. So I name it campus in factory. Okay, so that you have a skill set, not only talking about hard skill, we also provide the soft skill. Okay, so hope that we can create more next generation to support us. Okay, in this technical leadership. Okay, this is kind of the uh, donation or CSR work with the local um, probably I just name a few, like KKM, like GH, okay, like police campaign. All this is quite rounded, okay. And we hope that lately also we use P34 as one of the PCAS center to support the SME. So this is one of the CSR lately we registered with meeting, okay. And this is how I set up. Of course, I don't use too much expensive material. We always call ourselves economically elegant. Okay, just do enough and reasonable in a safe and clean manner. Yeah. So this is our cafeteria. Okay, coming to the governance. So important. If you don't focus on this governance, I put everything out here. Okay, it's total 11. So you can actually retrieve the data from the uh, this uh, this annual report. Okay, I don't probably talk too much here. More importantly, I think this is the one I would like to share with you. How is the waterfall effect? Okay, why I name waterfall? You imagine that the water stream from the top level go to the second level go to the third level. So we take our customer as the mainstream. Okay, they waterfall over to us, and we waterfall to the next lower level. Okay, so you can see that we started the concept of local ecosystem development in year 2000, probably 2010. Okay. One of the founder, Mr. Ho, actually have a very good thinking about technology together with some of the ESCO member. I can't address every one of them, but they have the same thinking. Okay, very important that to get everyone to do something close to us. So that's why we started the local ecosystem development in 2010, and then we grow many of the SME, and you can see that total payout 350 million for the past 5 years. Okay, if you are one of the machine guy or the automation guy, you want to work beyond the current technology or enlargement, we probably provide a good platform. Okay, of course, that some of the special recipe will remain, but the generic one will pass over to you. Okay, and we also build a lot of building. So every year you can see that one building up. So the past 10 years, we continue to build buildings, okay, because our capacity is not enough to support the current requirement. Okay, so this is the kind of spending, and would like to probably to thank all the supporter. So far, um, I don't think that's any local ecosystem complain about us. Okay, especially during this pandemic time, we provide a lot of help and also a lot of support to them. They also provide a lot of support for us to commit to our customer in US and also in Europe. So with that, I would like to sum up my presentation today. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, pass back to the MC.
Okay, thank you so much. That was truly a very interesting presentation. I actually really love your offices. Your offices look really, really nice. Thank you
Oh,
so
thank
much,
you.
Mr. Lau.
Great.
So now we'll be answering a few questions. We'll be looking at Slido. So currently I see this one question that's right up here. One asks, any updates on the company segments for M&A in relation to the 1.1 billion private placement? Because analysis say that this could be in module assembly tests, but if you could please elaborate.
Okay. This private placement actually came into a picture because we have chance to take a look for more synergistic type of partnership or the M&A. So we target about 70% put into the pool so that we can have a sizable M&A. Of course, that's how to look at the M&A target. We would like to continue to look at our OSATs vertically, that means the upstream or the downstream. Then we also need to take a look on the holistic portion, that means the horizontal portion to expand beyond the current this OSAT business. So this is the two area. Of course, that if you have any good company or some of the partners they want to exceed compare with us. Just now I walk you through about our technology. I'm glad to take a look. Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is, in terms of the private placement, what are your thoughts through the processes, the targets, the synergies with new partners that would justify diluting existing shareholders?
Okay. So now I believe that more or less we have covered the smartphone, the portable devices. We also cover the infrastructure. We have some not so big in the automotive. I think the automotive segment is very hot right now. Cover the EV, cover the autonomous, because all the electronics were landed in one of the car. Okay. And many of the cars will copy. So much so, we think that this is the good area for us to explore. Okay. And I don't think that I can disclose anyone because we are in the talking stage. Yeah.
Understood. Okay. The next question is, with the current pandemic and global chip shortage, what will be the greatest risk and challenge that the group is anticipating moving forward?
Yeah, the chip shortage, actually, you take at it as a risk, but we take at it is a very, very good opportunity because market is demanding for more chips. So we are the one providing the component and the chips. Why not we expand as much as possible? Of course, that you don't expand until you cannot. Like for example, you order your food, you can't finish all. So you need to have your growing, like just now I talked about TQRDVC, all these you need to equally expand it. Okay, so you don't just expand one side. Okay, like for example, you forget about your resources. You expand your factory. You don't have people. How to expand the business like that? Okay, so it's important that you balance it. So I think based on our past 10 years record, you can see every year we stack one building without fail. I believe that our pillar is very strong. Our pillar is very strong, especially like for instance, we have the business unit headed by Sabran, headed by Eugene, Cheng, and many of them. I can't mention all. All of them very strong. Okay, so I don't think that chip shortage is a risk. Chip shortage is an opportunity for us to grow bigger.
Okay. Okay, so how about in terms of revenue and profit after tax? How many percent will the lockdown affect the 3Q result?
The past 3Q, I think you all already see, we are actually above the 20 margin. Okay, this is a historical high record. I think I would like to take the opportunity to thank our customer, okay, to allow us to play and also support the local urgent needs, like for the pandemic. We actually we spend like just now you see the 1 millions the donation for the pandemic purpose, and some of the like interns, all this is actually our doing. Okay, it's a contribution from our customer as well. Okay, automation. some of the machine actually parked to us, we develop. Some of the machines still need to continue to put the headcount to develop. It's not like you buy or you customize, you put in, you can use it. You need to continue to develop. All this is the money we put in. So I believe that we will continue do good, and we continue provide good cost down back to our customer, provide a good margin back to our ecosystem. Okay, not only us need to survive, everyone need to survive.
Okay. So I think we can answer a few more questions. So this person asked, is RF also needed in automotive industry? And what is the percentage of
Okay.
market share in Inari in RF?
I only can tell you ourselves. I cannot tell you about our customer end. I think
Okay.
it's not very fair for me to act on their behalf. So more importantly, what we do now, we understand that RF is like everywhere. If you don't want to carry the wire, you need to use RF. So that's why the most important things to use RF is your smartphone, your tablet, and your computer. Okay, so these three is a must. And don't forget more and more adoption into the like Wi-Fi. Okay, I put forward. Everyone is talking about now. I don't know what happened to our server or our connectivity. How come our Zoom cannot turn on? Is it sound familiar?
Yeah.
Everything very familiar because we call people and then we lost the contact.
Yeah.
Why? All these because of the bandwidth. So 5G is the platform for us at least these 3 to 5 years. Okay, 3 to 5 years before we reach to the 6G or 7G or whatever G you call it. So more importantly, we need to capitalize now. So portable, remember, portable, you need to use RF. Okay. So then probably you can anticipate how many portable, okay, gadget in this world. Okay. And continue to ride on to the 5G. Okay. And the car will definitely will call 5G car.
Okay.
They need 5G backbone to enable the smart decision. Okay. So this is the big use of the RF.
Okay. Another person also asked, does Inari intend to expand big into China market and on par with US and the Europe market?
Yeah, as long as we have a customer asking or inviting us, I don't think that we have a limit to go beyond. Now we have China factory in Kunsan. We also have factory in Philippines. And of course, that US side, if we think that we have a good opportunity to invest in US, we might go to US as well. Okay. So as long as we stay close with the customer, we would like to offer the service.
Okay. And how do you set up for Inari for continuous growth in the next decade? And where do you see Inari in the next 10 or 20 years?
Okay. Probably I give you 5 years first. Okay. The roadmap for us in technology, we can't take too long because you put too long, probably people say that you probably short-sighted. Okay, because some other things change, you cannot see very clearly. I think 3 to 5 years down the road, that's what my personal target is, to bring ourselves into sizable in the world map, and also talking about more complete solution, not only talking about just only on the midstream. Okay, so we should also involve more into the wafer foundry side. Okay, like for example, we have one division taking the chip fab and the wafer certification. That is one of the process in the wafer fab. So we think that this is a piece of cake we want to go in, and this is a really big scenario. I think all the foundry has spent double in size. Probably you will hear more shortage on the chip component maker like us. Because why? After 2 years, they complete their wafer foundry where they want to assemble the parts. So definitely this is the waterfall to us. Okay, this is very important. Then of course that we also want to envision how to complete more like plug and play solution, the smart card kind of a module assembly. So this is the pipeline for us to continue to grow the business. Yeah.
Okay, so we have time to answer one last question. And this person asks, is it the new pillar for business is on EMS, PCBA business like Jabil or Foxconn, or is more on module assembly, like for few small components inside?
Yeah, like just now I show you the full picture. You see the pictorial picture, how we make a phone. Okay, so we will stop at the just right before the EMS. Okay, so we will complete our whole component plus the board assembly. That is the one we will stop. Okay, so because I think it's too good the cake up to this level right now. I believe that we are not really want to go to EMS. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Thank you very much.
okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Lau, for joining us today. That was
Thank
truly
you,
a
Bursa.
very
Thank you, every one of you.
so I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Of course.
And hope you will join us for the next Bursa, maybe for the next Bursa Marketplace
Okay.
event.
Sure.
So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank
Stay safe,
you.
everyone. Thanks. Bye.